Is your job safe from AI? 5 signs to watch for. Is your job safe from AI? 5 signs to watch for. AI probably will not take every job, but it will change almost every job. And for experienced professionals, that creates a very real question. Is my job actually safe from AI? Not in theory, not someday, but right now. Because the risk is not always that AI replaces your entire career. The bigger risk is that AI starts replacing parts of your job, the repetitive parts, the reporting parts, the writing parts, the research parts, the parts that used to take hours but now take minutes. So if you want to know whether your job is safe from AI, here are 5 signs to watch for. Number 1, a large part of your job is repetitive. This is the first warning sign. If your day is filled with copying information, filling out the same reports, sending the same emails, updating the same spreadsheets, or following the same process over and over again, AI may not replace you tomorrow, but it can absolutely start replacing pieces of what you do. That does not mean you should panic. It means you need to pay attention. Ask yourself this: what part of my job could someone teach a computer to do? If the answer is a lot, then your job may be exposed. But here is the important part. Repetitive work is usually not where your real value is. Your value is in knowing what matters, catching what looks wrong, understanding the customer, solving the exception, making the decision when the process does not fit perfectly. That is where you need to move your focus. Number 2, your value is hard to explain. This one matters a lot, especially if you have been in your career for 15, 20, or 30 years. If someone asked you what makes you valuable, would you give a clear answer? Or would you say something like, I have a lot of experience? Experience is valuable, but only if people understand what that experience helps you do. AI is making companies look closer at output. Not just years worked, not just job titles, not just loyalty. They are asking, what does this person actually contribute? So you need to be able to explain your value in plain language. For example, I help customers make better decisions. I prevent costly mistakes. I understand the full process. I solve problems that do not fit neatly into a system. I know how to get things done across departments. That is stronger than saying, I have 20 years of experience, because AI can produce information, but it does not automatically understand your company, your people, your customers, or your judgment. Number 3, you are not using AI at all. This does not mean you need to become a programmer or be Mr. or Ms. AI expert. It does not mean you need to be technical. But if you are ignoring AI completely, that is a problem. The safest worker is not the person pretending AI does not exist. The safest worker is the person learning how to use it. Start simple. Use AI to summarize a long email. Use it to clean up a message. Use it to brainstorm questions before a meeting. Use it to organize notes. Use it to compare options. Use it to create a first draft. You do not need to trust everything it says. You should not. But you do need to understand what it can do. Because younger workers, newer workers, and more adaptable workers are already using these tools to move faster. If you are experienced and you also learn AI, that is a powerful combination. You have judgment. You have context. Why? You have real-world knowledge. AI just helps you move faster. Number 4, your job depends mostly on information, not relationships. This is another big sign. If your job is mainly collecting information, moving information, summarizing information, or reporting information, AI can help with a lot of that. But if your job depends on trust, communication, leadership, negotiation, customer relationships, judgment, or accountability, you are in a stronger position. AI can generate an answer, but it cannot walk into a difficult customer conversation and repair trust. It cannot read the room in a meeting the way an experienced person can. It cannot take ownership when something goes wrong. It cannot build a relationship over years. So ask yourself this: do people come to me because I have information? Or do they come to me because they trust my judgment? That is a very different thing. If people only need you for information, your role may be more exposed. If people need you for judgment, relationships, and problem solving, you have something much harder to replace. Number 5, you are waiting for your company to train you. This is one of the biggest mistakes experienced professionals can make. Do not wait for your company to tell you exactly what to do with AI. By the time they build the training program, someone else may already be ahead of you. You do not need permission to start learning. You can spend 10 minutes a day testing tools. You can ask better questions. You can learn the language. You can pay attention to what parts of your work are changing. You can watch what younger coworkers are doing and copy what makes sense. The goal is not to become an AI expert overnight. The goal is to stop being caught off guard. Because the people who adapt early usually get a voice in how the work changes. The people who wait are often the ones the change happens to. So is your job safe from AI? Here is the honest answer. Parts of your job may not be safe, but that does not mean your career is over. It means your role needs to evolve. The safest workers are not the ones doing the same thing the same way forever. The safest workers are the ones who understand their real value and learn how to use new tools to increase it. So here is your 10-minute test. Write down 5 things you do every week. Then ask yourself 3 questions. Is this repetitive? Could AI help someone do this faster? And where do I add judgment, trust, or experience? That simple exercise will tell you a lot. Because AI may replace tasks, but the right person can still own the outcome. And that is where experienced professionals need to focus. Not just on being busy, not just on having years of experience, but on proving the value that AI cannot easily copy. If you are over 40, over 50, or just trying to stay relevant in a changing workplace, this is the time to learn, adjust, and move forward. Your job may change, but your experience still matters. You just have to make sure people can see it.